Dear students, welcome to Sia's digital classes. Today's concept is quartiles, deciles and percentiles for continuous data. So let us check it out how the data goes on. So check it out for quartiles. These are the how the data goes on for quartiles. Quartiles we know it will be divided into four parts, right? So Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. The same will be considering for continuous data. Let us check it out the formulas. So this is how formula will go on. So we need a Q1 means Q1 size of n by 4th item will be considering, that is for finding Q1 class. Q1 class will obtain first. Based on that Q1 class will obtain all other values just to obtain Q1. Now check it out how it will go on. So after obtaining this Q1 class, from that particular class will obtain L plus n by 4 minus PCF by F into I. Now what is L? L means lower limit of the data where Q1 class will go on. Similarly, PCF n by 4 anyhow will calculate to obtain the class, right? So PCF is nothing but preceding cumulative frequency, that whatever the CF value will get, Q1 class value, that above value, preceding means it's above value. Its above value will call as preceding cumulative frequency. Preceding is nothing but above value. So PCF divided by F. F is nothing but frequency of the cumulative class. So that all clearly will check it out in an example. Into I is the class interval of the Q1 class. So that upper limit minus lower limit if you do, you will get I. Just like median, we have discussed median, right? In median all the details same as it is formula you will be having, but instead of n by 4 you will be having n by 2. Median is divided into two parts, right? So n by 2 you will get over there. Here n by 4. So if you learn median properly, all the quartiles, deciles and percentiles you can get. Similar formulas will be there. Just you need to know the difference for each and everything. So Q1, this is the formula. This all will check it out in example. Now let us go for Q3 class. So how the Q3 class here? To obtain Q3 class, we will have to go for 3 into n by 4th item. So third quartile, right? So 3 into n by 4 you have to consider. So to obtain Q3, 3 into n by 4th value you have to consider. That becomes your Q3 class. Now Q3 formula same as Q1 formula, whatever we discussed, same formula, check it out. L plus here n by 4 you have for Q1. We have to consider 3 into n by 4 for Q3. So that is the only difference. All others will be same. Now how to obtain them we'll discuss in the problem. Now let us check it out the next formula for deciles. Now deciles formula, we know deciles are divided into 10 equal parts, right? So 10 equal parts in that, for let us suppose for D6 if you want the formula. So to obtain D6 class, so that is your decile class. So 6th decile, size of 6n by 10th item will be considering. 10 parts we have, so divided by 10. 6th decile we want, so 6 into n by 10 becomes your size for decile class. So after obtaining that, we'll get a decile class. From that again formula is same, just like quartiles and percentiles, like median, same as it is it will go on. L plus n by 4 where you have taken for Q1. Here for deciles, for D6, 6th decile, 6 into n by 10. This is the only part will change in the formula. All others remains the same. Check it out. L plus 6n by 10 minus PCF by F into I. So this also we'll check it out using a problem. Now let us check it out how the percentiles will go on. Percentiles we know it will be divided into 100 parts. If data is divided into 100 equal parts, that is your percentiles. Let us check it out formula for continuous to obtain this percentiles also. Let us suppose I want to consider for 49th percentile. So how to do? So P49 I require size of 49 into n by 100th item you have to consider to get your percentile class. So same like median n by 2 will consider. Here 100 parts we have divided, so n by 100 for 49th value required. So 49 into n by 100 we have to consider. So in that way you will get percentile class. Again formula is the same. Check it out how we have just now discussed for decile. Same formula. Instead of this second value whatever you have to replace that one as 49 into n by 100th value minus PCF by f into I is the same. Now for all these formulas, let us check it out how the problem goes on. So let us check it out as an example for continuous series. Calculate lower and upper quartiles, 5th decile and 30th percentile to the data. Now whenever class intervals I have given, we need to understand that it comes for continuous series. So just now we discussed formulas, right? That all we'll implement here to get our particular quartiles, deciles and percentiles. Now this is how we'll go for the solution. So take the class intervals as a first column, second column frequencies, given data as it is. Now let us calculate cumulative frequencies. Same like discrete data, here also we need to go for cumulative frequencies. Once again, let us revise how the cumulatives will go on. First value of frequency you have to carry on in cumulatives as it is. That particular first value you have to add up to the next value of frequency, that is 7 plus 18, you'll get us 25. Similarly, 25 plus 25 you add on, 25 from cumulatives, 25 from frequency, that goes to 50. Then 50 you add up to 30, next value in the frequency, like that you add up until the last value. So last value whatever you want, 100, that becomes your capital N itself, because we are adding same frequencies one to another. So last value and n value is the same, check it out. So capital N we got, that is total of frequency. So now let us check it out. The next step, what to do for obtaining the quartiles. So Q1, just now we discussed the formula to obtain Q1 class. N by 4th item you have to consider. So N 100, just now we have obtained 100 divided by 4 you do 25th item. So 25th item you have to check it out in your cumulative frequencies. So check it out, cumulative frequency. So what you got, Q1 I got as 25th item. Exact value is there or not in, check it out in your cumulative frequencies. So 25 exactly we have. So make a box to that corresponding frequency class intervals together, make a box. That becomes our Q1 class. So to make a proper clarity with the data, we can write down like this. So Q1 class I have obtained. Now whenever we'll get the class, now let us discuss how the formulas will go on. So Q1 lies in the class of 5 to 10. Close the class interval 5 to 10 it exists, right? So now let us check it out, remaining all the values. So what is the formula we have? Q1 is nothing but L plus N by 4 minus PCF by F into I, right? Now let us check it out. What is L? What L we discussed just now? L is nothing but lower limit of Q1 class, right? So what is lower limit here? In the box itself we have to consider. So L1 we know already class intervals, first value is lower limit, second value is upper limit, right? So particular Q1 class itself you need to check it out. So 5 becomes your L. Next, what we have in the formula? N by 4. N by 4 just now we have done 25 we got, right? That same value we can carry on. Next, PCF we have. What is PCF? We discussed PCF is preceding value of cumulative frequency, means above value of cumulative frequency of Q1 class. So Q1 class cumulative frequency is 25 you have. Its above value is 7. So that 7 becomes our PCF, preceding cumulative frequency. Next, what we need to discuss? Next, F we have. F is the frequency of the Q1 class. So F18 we have here in the same box. Frequency column you have to check it out. The same box, whatever value you got, that becomes your F. So frequency value 18 we have, that becomes your F. Finally, I you need to consider. I is magnitude will call nothing but upper limit minus lower limit of the Q1 class you do, that is 10 minus 5. You will get the answer for I. So now all the values you got, N by L, N by 4, F, PCF, I all we got, right? Just substitute in the formula, go for the calculator and get the answer. You got answer as 10. So that is how we'll obtain Q1. Now let us discuss Q3. So same way how we have discussed for Q1, we need to obtain Q3 class first. So for that we have a formula of 3 into N by 4th item. So 3 into N by 4, N by 4 just now we have done, right? Similarly 3 into N by 4 we need to do. So 3 into N by 4 we got as 75th item. So 75th item in the sense 75 value is there or not in your cumulative frequency table, you have to check it out. So 75 we don't have. So it's next highest we need to consider. Next highest to 75 is your 80 you have. So that becomes your Q3 class. entire box you make it, that becomes your Q3 class. Now same formula we need to consider, just now we discussed, right? So in that L becomes your lower limit of Q3 class, so that is your 15. Then frequency, in frequency column you have to consider, in box whatever you got for Q3 class, that becomes your frequency, so that T becomes your frequency. Next PCF, PCF is preceding value, right? So 80 above value, 50 you have, that is your PCF for Q3 class. I is same, I which anyone will be the same, so 20 minus 15 you can consider, that becomes your I. 5, value is 5. So now let us substitute all the values in the formula, you will get the answers. So 15 plus 75 minus 50 by 30 into 5, do it and get the answer, that is your 19.167 becomes your Q3. So that is how we'll obtain in Q1 and Q3. Now let us check it out how the deciles will go on for continuous data. Same cumulative frequencies, you have to check it out here also. Formula we know already. For suppose for D5 they have asked, let us do for D5, size of 5n by 10th item we need to consider, that becomes a formula to obtain D5 class. So substitute n is 100 we know already, so 5 into 100 by 10 you do, 50th item we got, check it out, 50 exact value is there or not in cumulative frequencies. So 50 exactly we have, so make a box to that, that becomes your D5 class. So we have obtained the class. Now formula is same again. So obtain all the values. L for lower limit for D5 class becomes your 10. Then frequency is 25. Then preceding value of D5 class 50 above value 25 becomes your PCF for our deciles. So no matter with the Q1 and Q3, we don't have any values like we should not consider for Q1 and all. It's finished. If Q1 is finished, Q3 is finished, directly go for D5. So D5 above value, whatever the D5 class you got, its above value becomes your PCF. So I is same again. Upper limit minus lower limit becomes your I. Let us substitute all the values here in D5 and get the answer. So whatever just now we discussed, substitute all the values and get the answer. So D5 we got as 15 as an answer. Okay. Similarly, let us check it out for percentiles. Percentiles P30 they have asked. So to get the percentile class, 30 into n by 100 you need to consider 30th percentile, right? So 30 into n by 100. N is 100 we know already. Substitute and get the answer. So 30th item we got. So 30 is there or not in your cumulatives, you need to check it out. If it is not there, next highest you need to consider to that. Let us check it out. 30 is there or not with our data. Yes, 30 we don't have. So next highest is 50. So whatever D5 class you have obtained just now, that becomes a P30 class also. So the same values, almost the same values we'll get for our 30th percentile. So all the values you can consider same as it is. Only 30 into n by 100 will differ. So all the values whatever just now we discussed, the same values will go on because we got the same class interval 10 to 15 itself, just like D5 10 to 15 here also. For P30 10 to 15 itself we got. So all the values will carry on as it is. Just the difference is 30 into n by 100th value will differ, that there 30 you got. So substitute that all values and get P30, that is 11 you got. So this is how we'll calculate all quartiles, deciles, percentiles with a little difference with the formula. All others will be same. Obtaining cumulative frequencies, then going for it the particular class Q1, Q3, whatever deciles, whatever percentile class we have obtained that, then go for its particular formula, substitute and get the answers. So in exam also you may get one median they'll ask, and one quartile they may ask, one percentile they may ask. So all for one continuous data, different quartiles, percentiles they may ask like that. So short type if you go for any single they can ask. For individual or discrete data also they may ask. So this is how we'll do the quartiles, percentiles and deciles for continuous data. Okay, thank you.